Well, good morning, my wonderful friends. Another glorious day. We're getting towards the end of the week, thank God. It's been a long week. It was a long day yesterday. Didn't have a whole lot going on as far as like business, so I'm still working at least one person. We'll see what we can get done. I'm kind of hoping I can push to get it closed by Friday. Don't know if I will or not. It depends. So, ball's in their court right now. I'm waiting to hear back what they're thinking, so yeah, we'll go from there. And still waiting to hear back on that one deal that I've been talking about since freaking October. Don't have an answer yet. I'm really, really, really hoping to get an answer today because I'm just tired of it lingering. I just want some direction, do whatever I gotta do to either get this move forward or just end it. So that's where I'm at, guys. But so Mercedes finally got a hold of me yesterday. They texted me and said, hey, don't know if you've gotten any of our communications about your car. And I'm like, no, I don't have any missed calls or messages or anything from them. I have my phone on me all day long. No. And they're like, oh, well, yeah, we had to order a new cylinder head for your car. And I'm like, hmm. So I was like, all right, yep. Do you have an ETA when you're expecting that? And they're like, oh, it could be a few weeks. It's a big job, blah, blah, blah. It's under warranty. So that is really good news. It's under warranty. And I said, okay, so when I was here a few weeks ago with the engine problems, you guys charged me for tank cleaning, said that I put low grade fuel in there, which I had not. Am I going to be reimbursed for that? And they were like, oh, well, we'll see after, we get the job complete, we could talk about it, which I'm not expecting anything, but I'm like, you guys diagnosed it incorrect, and you charged me out of pocket for something that would typically be warranted, accusing me of putting low-grade fuel in, which I know that I have not. I've only ever put in 93. So, and now you guys are telling me, because the engine light still came on, you're replacing the cylinder head, so that tells me that was the problem all along. Which, mind you, if you saw my videos like from a week or so ago, that's what I said when I dropped off my car again. I said, can we check the spark plugs? I said, I know that there's a recall on some of these for the cylinder head. Like, I told him that. Like, there's a few times where, like, I've had something going on, like with the drivetrain. I'm telling them, like, hey, the car's shaking, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, well, it's probably just ice buildup, blah, 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 salt buildup. And I don't know, like, they treat me like I'm some kind of average dummy. Like, I'm like Grandma Gladys, taking her car in and she's been putting in, 87 fuel and, leaves her car sitting outside all night long, doesn't know how to take care of it. I'm like, I'm not that person. Like, I don't know if it's like, the general public that they deal with is usually making like really goofy, simple mistakes like that. And that's what the issues are. Or if it's like a slightly sexist thing because I am a woman. I don't really know, but I'm like, I'm not the average dummy when it comes to vehicles, okay? I'm not a genius at it. I don't know everything, but like, I know enough to get by. I'm in the car business. I've been doing it for the past few years, so I've learned a couple things, you know what I mean? So anyway, they are taking care of it. They needed to swap out the loaner they gave me for another one. And I said, look, I'm extremely busy. I was like, can somebody come to my work and do it? And they did. So I love that too. I will be using that because it's super inconvenient for me to have to leave work during their operating hours, use my time, my PTO, whatever, to do all this stuff. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, bring it to me. So anyway, also in other news, I have to say, my husband, he's super bad at Christmas. Like, even though, like, it's a big holiday in the Philippines and everything, like, the act of, like, gift giving and doing all that is not really so much of a thing. That's, like, an American thing here, at least. And, I've been, like, ordering packages and stuff, and one of the packages I ordered, he recognized it from a company he orders from, so he, like, already had an idea of what it was, and I'm just like, stop ruining Christmas, quit looking at my packages, like, stop it. So I had him open it up. I was like, you may as well, you already know what it is. He opened it up, and I got him the wrong scent, guys, like, and it wasn't super cheap, and he was actually a little bit upset. He was like, I know that this is expensive. He's like, this is also not the scent that I like, and, you know, just honestly, just like return it. So I was a little bit bummed out because I was like, I got the wrong stuff. So now I gotta deal with that, return this, in which I'm not having very good luck with returns either. Like, I've been having an issue with Amazon, which I've had a couple cases where I've had issues returning things, especially if I order like double items and I send it back and I send them in separate packages with separate labels. They only want to refund me for one. And I've let it go a couple times because I'm like, it's not even worth it to me. But like one of the dresses that I ordered, it was like $80 dress. They acknowledged that they got it and they're like, oh, thank you for sending this extra item. It is not eligible for a refund because it's an extra item. And I'm like, no, it's not. This is not an extra item. I paid for this. I paid for two, one in this size and this color, and one in this size and this color. And it's been over a month and I still have gotten absolutely nothing from them. Their customer support is just like, oh, well, we're working on it. Do you have the tracking number for when you mail it? And I'm like, I don't have the tracking number from when I mailed it, like back in October, which I guess I need to start saving that stuff because I can't trust anybody. Well, I'm worried that that's going to happen with this perfume too. Like, I'm really worried, like, I'm going to mail it back and then, like, I'm just going to know nothing and then I'm out, like, you know, a good chunk of change. So, we'll see. But kind of my plan is to get that returned and then, you know, secretly order the correct one. Now I know exactly what the correct one is, so, and he's gonna be irritated, but you know, it's Christmas. But anyway, guys, I gotta get inside. I got stuff to do. Like, share, and subscribe. Really appreciate when you do that. Oh, and let me show you the bump real quick. Yeah, it's getting pretty substantial here. Like, it's crazy. Not sleeping. It's ready to get my body back. I'm ready for baby to come when she's supposed to come, be healthy and all of that good stuff, and, you know, get back to where I was, because holy heck, this is not a fun time. But anyway, thanks guys. I love you. Have a great day.